everybody. I'm over here today. I planted this right here about a week and a half ago. And it started coming up. Yeah, you can see the corn right here. There you can see it. It sprouted and was coming up. But I'm doing something I've never done before. But you can see right here, these 3 rows right here ain't terrible bad. But the ones that I've plowed up so far, and the ones up here, this was just an empty stretch for a bird field. But we'll walk up here. These were the crookedest rows I've ever planted in my entire life. They were so crooked, I don't know that I could have cultivated. And I can't stand it. So I really hadn't lost that much. All right, if you can see there, them rows are so crooked. I'd never be able to cultivate it. Now, these are the straight ones. The ones that I plowed up there was 6 rows up there, and then there's 2, 4, 6 rows right here. So 12 rows. They're not that long. They're probably 250 feet right here. Probably the longest one's 350, 400 feet long. So I really hadn't lost a lot of seed, but I just couldn't stand it. So I'm gonna run this under. I still got to plant the top side of this field. That power line right there. I'm gonna plant probably 12, 15 rows on the other side of that power line. And I'm gonna plant that probably if we can get some rain. We gotta get some rain. There's very little moisture in the ground. It's down there. You can see it, that field cultivator. There's a little bit of moisture in the ground, 4 or 5 inches deep. But like I said, I couldn't stand it, so we're gonna cut this under here, and we'll bring you back shortly. It's a little rough on the end of this field. It'll smooth out a little bit here. Hold on just a second. Everybody, we're back over here in this long field that I planted. Now these rows are about as straight as I'm gonna get them with what I'm planting with, which are fairly straight. These rows on this end out here close to the road are 1,096 feet long. So, and they stay that long for probably 38 to 42 rows. I can't remember exactly. And they're straight and they curve off down that at the far end. They curve about where that the second light pole down there, and then the third light pole in between the second and third light pole from here. The field curves, and it follows the road down there. So all of this corn's breaking the ground. It's looking good. Let's see if I can go zoom in on it right there. You see a little bit right there. So this looks like a pretty good stand coming. So, but yeah, let me get you turned around here, and we'll we'll talk about a few things here real quick. All right, like I said, I'm back over here in this field. I plowed up that corner down there. I just could not hardly stand it. I ride, and that's right close to the road. That's the closest spot to the road other than this field I'm in right now. This one you couldn't tell if it was crooked or not in this field because it runs parallel to the road. Those rows were perpendicular to the road, and every time I rode by there, I could see them. And when that corn started popping up, I rode through there last night, and I looked at it and I was thinking, there's no way that it's crookeder than a snake. There was no way that I would have cultivated it. That was the experiment when I planted that. That's only why I planted that little bit. That's when I had that planter set, and I was trying to follow those guide markers that I had, and looking backwards doing it, it don't work. It's not recommended. So I had the tractor narrowed up, and it didn't work out. This field that I'm in now, this long field, I actually I spread the tires back out on that tractor like I told y'all, to 84 inches wide, and I planted this field, and it kept that first row straight, and I just followed the track. I put the rear tire in that next furrow, and it worked out perfect. It planted great. I think that I am going to put some row markers on that tractor. On that planter. I got the ones on that 4-row John Deere planter that I picked up. I'm thinking about taking those off and shortening them down. They need to be 4 foot long for that planter. Put a set of row markers on it, which will come in handy, but I really don't need them, to be honest with you. But that corner down there, like I said, I plowed it all up, and I'm gonna replant it. That was hybrid 85, and I probably didn't use 1.5 pounds of seed in that corner, maybe, if that. So I really didn't lose that. And I know when I was through, I was gonna have a couple of pounds extra anyway, probably 10 or 15 pounds left over. And then on top of that, the landowner, he gave me 2 bags of seed anyway, so I got way more corn seed than I need. So it's not gonna hurt anything to plant it. But yeah, like I said, just a little bit of what was going on. I hope everybody had a good Easter yesterday. This is the Monday after Easter. We didn't get a drop of rain. You can see in the background, it's kind of overcast and cloudy. It wouldn't hurt my feelings if I got soaking wet on the way to the house. But it don't look like it's gonna happen. There's 5 and 10% chances of rain for the next 10-15 days on the radar. So we really need some rain, but all we can do is pray about it. So, and just like I said, we just pray for rain and we'll go from there. Like I said, I hope everybody had a good Easter. We had an eventful Easter, I'll put it that way. I'll post a picture in here of how my Easter went. Yeah, like I said, y'all have a good one, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.